If you've been on YouTube for a while, then this person should be familiar. This once charming gamer has now become the biggest parasite on the platform, feeding on good people's empathy for his own financial gain. So without wasting any more time on this episode of the internet's biggest fool, let's look at Boogie2988. Boogie2988 was born on the 24th of July 1974 and was best known for his gaming content, where he would go on rants on video games as the character of Francis, a stereotype of nerds. At the time, his comedic skits and his humble personality on camera made him a personality a lot of people clicked with, and it would only be a matter of time before Boogie2988 would have millions of fans on YouTube. Now, Boogie has had a huge fall since then, and honestly it's too long to discuss the ins and outs in this video, but I recommend watching this Boogie documentary as it's really eye-opening into how his mind works. Anyways, in a last-ditch effort to make as much money as possible from his shrunken fan base, Boogie started promoting this crypto meme coin called Faddy Coin because he's fat. Part of the promotion was this cringe-ass video where he tries to imitate Andrew Tate, and well, let's just take a look.
Listen up, all you top G's. There's some misinformation being spread around right now by certain influencers, but I'm here to tell you the truth.
Bro, I'm 10 seconds in and I already can't stand this mug.
Everyone thinks you have to have a perfect body, fit to stave off any attack. That's lies! Do you have any idea how much discipline it took to create this body? Do you have any idea how many carbs you have to ingest to maintain this kind of mass? But it guarantees that when people look at me, they don't see a threat.
Nah bro, they see Jabba the Hutt.
Myth number 2. A man must build an empire to have any true worth. Haram! That is haram.
Saying haram whilst munching a pork sausage is wild, I can't lie.
Now, myth number 3 is that if you are fit and you are rich, then you're going to have different beautiful women lining up for you every single night. Well, that's gay.
What's kinda gay is having your tits touch your knees as a bloke. As expected, his fans bought into Faddy Coin, and would you believe it, it was a pump and dump scheme, where Boogie made around $5,000 whilst his fans lost out on their hard-earned cash. Which, for a sec, put yourself in the shoes of a Boogie2988 fan. Most of the internet hates this guy, and he's been exposed for being a master manipulator on a number of occasions. And yet, for whatever reason, you still decide to support him. Now he's basically committed fraud in order to take a few bucks from you for his own financial gain. Even though if he just went back to making his old content, he could probably still make 6 figures from his channel. But the story doesn't end here. Like the manipulator Boogie2988 is, once he realised controversy was brewing, as always, Boogie shifted the blame to anyone else but himself. In order to gain a better understanding of the situation for everyone, and try to get a refund for the fans, coffezilla had a call with Boogie, which can be found on his second channel. Boogie claimed the $5,000 made from Faddy Coin was already used for his important medical treatment for, yep, you guessed it, cancer. Naturally, coffezilla wanted to see evidence of this, and well, the proof is in the pudding.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically, why he had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest, I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis, but either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that, but what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place. So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses. Boogie, when I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go? Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying.
You can already see how full of shit Boogie is when he goes from, I've spent the 5k already, I can't give a refund, to, I was supposed to have spent it on medical bills, but I haven't yet. Unlucky for Boogie, all of this was being recorded. Once coffezilla exposed him of this, well, it didn't go down great.
Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone, it's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then! It's very common!
I'm saying...
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny!
Man, it's that I'm not used to this level of scrutiny that gets me. Anyways, coffezilla dug a bit deeper into Boogie's stream of income, as Boogie was now claiming the 5k would be used to pay his mortgage. Only issue is, based on Boogie's earnings from the Lol Cow podcast, that should have been covered. But again, like Pinocchio, Boogie kept lying and saying he wasn't going to earn anything from the podcast this month because of some trip. So coffezilla asked Keemstar, one of the co-hosts of the Lol Cow podcast, and guess what happened next?
Then, as you're on the way here, I get a call from coffezilla where you told him you don't get paid for this show.
No, I told him that no, here's what I told him, Keem, and you know this. I told him I literally showed him in that phone call the receipt where you paid me on the 31st of the previous month. So there's a 0% chance that that's what he said to you. And if he is, he's a goddamn snake lying to your face.
Okay, so now
I
you're
literally showed him. Yeah,
okay, first of all,
this mofo just can't stop lying. I roll the coffezilla clip to prove this bitch wrong.
You could have gotten through this month without the crypto scam, is what I'm saying.
And I could have not paid my friend back for covering my medical bills.
No. You.
And I couldn't. No, listen.
Well, I've seen your bank statement, so I know.
Because you're ignoring
I know
the
what's
fact
going to
that
happen.
I need to pay mortgage.
Yes, your mortgage,
Monday.
right? Which should have come from the
There's no more
podcast.
money coming in. There's no more money coming in between now and then.
Which
You
should have come,
understand that?
but it should have come from the podcast. It's not.
Right, because I'm not getting paid this month because I have to travel to do an on-location shoot.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this guy is the biggest liar on the internet. To literally no one's surprise, Keemstar was pissed, and so he got the popular streamer Destiny into the podcast to try to figure out this cancer situation with Boogie. And it wasn't looking good for Boogie, who claimed that he was doing a biopsy to definitively find out whether he had cancer, even though this was 2 years after publishing a video literally titled, "I have a rare form of cancer."
88, you are being confronted tonight.
Go
I
ahead.
am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight, can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer. And the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. May I review?
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this house MD? Are we treating cancer?
You would think that after being accused of something as heinous as faking your cancer diagnosis, you would do everything in your power to prove people wrong. But with this guy, nope. He simply refuses to give any evidence whatsoever over his cancer diagnosis.
I want to join real quick because you just got caught lying about me to coffezilla. All right, and now you're being confronted. And now you're being confronted on one of the biggest lies on internet history.
I don't consider it.
And you won't prove it?
No.
You won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the fucking internet.
It's not, but go ahead and print it anyway.
Boogie, look, you got to understand this, all right? Tomorrow, the biggest story in the world is going to be Boogie2988 lied about his cancer.
Good, let him go.
Okay? Good, and then at some point, you're going to bring out the medical papers and you're going to prove that you do have cancer. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying.
No. 0% chance.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. And then it's going to be too fucking late because everyone's going to think you lied about.
I ain't never going to do it.
Then you lied. Then you lied.
Go right ahead.
Why the fuck would you lie about that?
I didn't. I'm telling you the same thing I told Jackson Clark 2 years ago. Go fuck yourself. It's my medical records. Go fuck yourself.
Lied. You share every aspect of your life. Bro, Boogie, you shared that you fucked hookers. You've done all this embarrassing stuff. You're lying.
Oh, there's plenty of things I haven't shared. There's plenty of things I haven't shared.
For whatever reason, Keemstar even offered $15,000 for Boogie to show his medical records. And yet, Boogie was like, nah, bro, that shit's too private. Even though this guy has publicly said he has cancer, he has an OnlyFans page, and he's even gotten down to his knees and made this degrading apology video.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left the moment Muda came on. I'm fucking stupid. And I'm fucking sorry. I understand your decision. I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want. Sorry.
The closest thing Boogie2988 has as evidence is that he claims he was going to do a GoFundMe because they supposedly verify medical records.
The treatment plan is pretty identical. The treatment plan is pretty identical.
So if there are two huge things. So one, you could show it to a private party and they could confirm, somebody like Keemstar. But two, the issue is that if you want to keep your medical issues to yourself, I think everybody is entitled to that right, obviously.
I should have never talked about it to begin with. This is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe. This is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe was because they verify, for the record. They verify. That would be the third party that I would go forward with.
Yeah, so GoFundMe does not do.
So I thought I'd test this theory. All I did was take a picture and put a description, and voila, I have type 3 diabetes, as confirmed by GoFundMe. I've put a link below so you guys can donate 5k to my medical treatment or biopsy or mortgage. All in all, this guy is an absolute scum, because it's clear he uses his sob stories as a way to fool people, and then he'll just throw them under the bus, whether it be for monetary reasons, or if he needs to cover his ass for whatever wrongdoing he's committed. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this prick, and yeah, that's it.